Yeah, that's nothing about social media. It's about the content. Yeah.
Your Nokia phone is great. You can connect with your friends on.
Yeah, and for example, if you have social media in China different from the rest of the world, you can just emphasize that message to them in order to retain them and link the device with the service, because that's the idea nowadays. Because hardware is already acknowledged nowadays. You can buy hardware anywhere, but software and also solutions is something unique that brands and companies should bring to the consumers. Thank you.
Any other questions? Yes.
Hi, that was a great presentation and the video was really good, and I guess we all know the impact in numbers, and when you see that so fast, it's really impressive. My question is, I know it's pretty soon, but do you have formal studies showing the impact that the social media had on the brand, on Nokia, as regards brand positioning and awareness?
I don't have numbers, but I might say that, as I said, the consumers are first in consumers. So if you're launching a product or some service that's not going to happen or it's bad to the consumers, they're going to talk with each other and not going to buy. So I don't have numbers to you, but I might say that's really critical. And the most important thing, the companies doesn't know how to treat that. And that's the real question.
Let me illustrate what you're saying on a real situation. I think twittering, some of us are twittering here. And of course, as you're twittering, there's information that comes from other people, other twitters. And just out of curiosity, one person in my timeline, one of the people that I follow, asked if anybody had experience with a Nokia N97, or I don't know the number of the product. And then another Twitter says, I have it, it's excellent, I love it because of this and this and this, and now they have a precision keyboard. So this is information that happened during this presentation that affects the brand that he's talking about. And Nokia is not involved in the story.
Yeah.
Absolutely not involved in this process. So there's no way, how do you control that process? Yeah. And now there is, if you're curious about brand and social media, there is a big fight going on. I don't know exactly how it happened, I'm just following it in the background with Nestle in Europe and the blogging community. And there is a lot of negative information going against Nestle. I don't know exactly what is the story. But Nestle took too long to intervene and stop the process. And they're using it as a case study of how not to address communication with the social media. Because the power of the community and the social is very strong.
Yeah, it's very strong. And I believe that we are just using one way of communication flow. So we have just customers driving the content to the consumers. But we don't have any process to react according to their feedback. And sometimes, as you said, they're talking with each other, but we don't have control of what they're saying. And that's not the idea to have control, but it's collaboration, helping each other in order to improve their lives, improve our profits, and that's all the thing, we don't know, and of course, social media, we cannot control that. Because each individual one has their own opinion, but we should work together in order to create a better world or a better place to work and improve our business in all the levels, even in the customer side and in the consumer side. I believe also.
So you have to know what they're saying, because there's lots to do.
Sure. But my point is, nowadays the companies just have one people just looking what the consumers are talking and try to react internally.
One of the points that you made is that a common thing that you see now are postings, job postings for social media managers, social media director. And people don't really know what the job is. And I wouldn't be surprised if soon, and if maybe already exists, companies will have teams just addressing.
Yeah, but the point is, they are listening to the consumers only. They are just looking at the web, looking at the channels, and see what consumers are talking about their products. And okay, it's bad or that is a bad software, you can go back, try to rebuild your software and say, it's fixed it, or say to the community, it's fixed it, and there. But I think the Web 2.0 is more than that. The Web 2.0 is a communication flow between 2 points. And nowadays, we are just releasing that point and react internally, but we don't establish a real communication, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, and if you ask me why or how to do it, I don't have the answer. Most of the brand doesn't have the answer yet, but we're working on that. And for this reason, I don't believe that we have used the total power of Web 2.0. That's the reason.
There is another aspect to be considered with the use of social media, which is also not positive but negative. And there is one famous case that two important business schools in France, ESSEC and HEC, right now in Europe. And one of them, the former director, they debate the fact that in order basically to maybe create bad press through social media. Because the point is that social media are a good thing, but the question is who controls and who moderates whether the content will be spread or things or offenses. And that, I think, is a big issue. And I suppose also for a company like yours, this might be a big issue. I don't know actually what the answers could be, because who has authority to control is not a national problem. I don't think it's a government can control that. But what the kind of, for example, of approach your company has, particularly to that point, things which can really affect the destiny of your company.
Actually, we are doing what I'm saying. We have like a marketing team just working in social media, looking at consumers as saying and just reacting accordingly. But as I said, we don't have a big process or action process that can just change and also reacting in the real time, unfortunately, because there is no solution. It's just recently. If you look at the Facebook, is like I think 2 or 3 years ago born. And now it's, like you said, like you saw in the presentation, if it's going to become a country with the fourth largest country in the world. So it's really recent, and unfortunately we don't have any mechanisms, or we didn't follow a process in how to manage that. Yeah, but we are working like the other companies. We are listening the consumers, of course, reacting internally in order to improve their lives, improve their experience. But unfortunately, we don't have anything yet.
Hi, Robson. Again, congratulations on the brilliant presentation. I don't know if this is a question or request for advice or just something for discussion, but when you think of social media and Web 2.0, you always think of consumers and consumers. How, I don't know whether you put some thought on it, or anyone here, but how can we effectively use it for business to business? Because it's much more complicated. When you're talking to your end consumers, it's easier because you have a multitude of people. But then, how can you use it?
I believe that consumers are your business, So if they're saying good things about you, about your product, of course, other companies are going to see the same thing, So I think social media is so connected because your customers can be your consumers and vice versa. So you can use that power in order to make more business using that. And that's the point. And I believe so that what you're saying, business to business, it's just a consequence for making a social network or making some connections, some relationship into the Web 2.0. And that's all. I think doing that, showing your services, showing your products is going to grow and create business to business.
I can actually answer that.
Please.
Because that's exactly what we do. We make a couple of very small consumer products for people like you guys.